Salute, salute, salute. It's Boxing Nocturnal Thoughts, man. Topic of today: will Earl Spence get the stoppage against Ugas? That's a popular prediction. Got a lot of feedback, a lot of comments saying that they believe Errol Spence is going to knock out Ugas in the 9th or the 10th round. It's funny, man. I was watching the Last Man Standing podcast. They did an interview with Errol Spence, real good interview, and he asked him, is this going to be big fish or man down? And Errol Spence kind of laughed a little bit, and he said, it's been a long time since it's been man down. It's been since Ocampo, since he really KO'd somebody. But he said it's going to be big fish, I haven't seen Ugas get hurt, knocked out. I haven't seen him look like he was going to get knocked out. Maybe I haven't watched every single one of his fights, I'll be honest. But the fights I have watched him in, he's looked pretty solid. And his defense he's always very consciously defensive. And I have seen him where he does present an open target here and there. Nobody's perfect. He does get hit. He's there to be hit. He can be hit. Like I said, he has open targets there. But I haven't just seen him get hurt real bad to where I could see or foresee a knockout or a KO. You know what I'm saying? It's funny to me because Errol Spence, doing his media workout, he looked exceptional. He looked great. He was in fantastic shape. He looked strong, ripped and ready to go. And automatically I start seeing some people that are like Errol Spence detractors. The first thing they had to go to is steroids or PED, and it's like, shit, nobody can be born with a physical gift to be strong. Like, I just seen Terrence Crawford a couple of years ago. I seen him do a rack pull. People was calling it a deadlift. He did a rack pull with like 405, and I didn't think it was that impressive. And I said so. I mean, it's strong. Rack pull or deadlift, either way, 405 is 405. But just today, one of those beta clips on YouTube, Everything Boxing, shouts out, I believe that's the name of his platform, Everything Boxing. He did like a little beta clip of Terrence Bud Crawford doing a deadlift. No weightlifting belt, no gloves, no straps, no nothing, raw, in street clothes, from the floor, deadlifting 405 pounds, easy. You know what I'm saying? And I got to give him full credit for that. For me to see if I was to watch a video and see Terrence Bud Crawford deadlift 405, and then my first thought that comes to my mind is Terrence Bud Crawford is taking steroids. To me, I just can't do that. It makes no sense to me. I think some people just don't have anything going from themselves. It's like they maybe never been strong, never been physically gifted, and they don't understand what strength, how it feels, what it does, what it looks like, how it comes. I just think some people don't understand being physically gifted, physically strong. Like, if you fast, or if you have strength, or if you got a hard punch, or if you can lift a lot of weights. I just think some people never have done that, and they don't understand what it looks like, what it feels like. And the first thing they have to automatically assume is that somebody has to cheat to be great at something. And most things are just God gifts. Like, I'd never be a comedian. That's a God-given gift. If somebody is really funny, I'm not going to blame they funniness on a performance enhancer. Even though there might be some comedian performance enhancers, some kind of whatever, but at the end of the day, you still got to pay your dues. You still have to train hard to become great. Like, it's not none of my business of who's doing PEDs in boxing or any other sport. But I know for one thing, if Errol Spence was taking PEDs, he could take all the PEDs in the world. That's not going to help you psychologically come back from an eye injury. There's no way. An eye injury, there's no steroids, no PEDs you can take that's going to make your eye stronger from when it's had and mentally, to make you mentally stronger, that you won't have any more complications down the line. Like, to be that disciplined, to be mentally that strong, there's nothing they can put in a bottle that they can give you to make you that confident, that disciplined, to make you go through that fire. That's something that's God-given. It has to be in you, not on you, and they can't put it in you. There's nothing, So it almost makes me feel sorry for some people that automatically have to jump to that conclusion. But it is what it is. The topic is really, will Errol Spence knock out Yordenis Ugas? First of all, the way I look at it is you got to consider ring rust. I mean, Errol Spence is a beast. Yordenis Ugas is not a slouch. He ain't a chump. He ain't a pushover. It's not going to be no easy fight. Errol Spence is going to have his hands full. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have a lot to deal with. And it's going to be a complicated fight. He has ring rust. So I don't see him going from ring rust to stoppage, no matter how good he looked in his media workout. I could have watched a video of Errol Spence looking fantastic in sparring, about to fight Yordenis Ugas, and I would still say, man, that's just sparring. So him looking good on the heavy bag, the bag don't hit back. Him looking good on the pads, he looks sharp, he looks strong. Now, like I said, Yordenis Ugas, I have seen him, in my opinion, take a while to reset his defense, and he has some open targets. And I can imagine if Errol Spence starts to target those openings and hit him to the body and start to break him down, I could see him breaking him down. And I could see Yordenis Ugas taking the knee, like Kell Brook took a knee, or Chris Algieri took a knee. But that's not just the way I see this fight playing out. I see the first couple of rounds being more of a chess match. And once it starts to break into a fight, I think Yordenis Ugas will have his moments. He's going to have his moments. And there's going to be some hurdles that Errol Spence will have to overcome mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? Being that he's been out of the ring for such a time. But once you get past that, once he gets adjusted and acclimated to that, I think he's going to start to get comfortable and really start to, find his rhythm. And once he finds his rhythm, I think he just has a better work rate than Yordenis Ugas. He's going to be able to outpace him and outperform him, outpunch him, and his IQ is going to be on display. And then I think from that point, he'll start to break him down. You know what I'm saying? He'll start to break him down and have a decisive victory. Like he had a decisive victory over Danny Garcia. He didn't really break Danny Garcia down. Matter of fact, Errol Spence, to me, took off like the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th rounds. He kind of took his foot off the pedal. Derek James was like, don't play with this kid. Don't let him back into the fight. You kind of playing with your food a little bit. And it looked like to me Errol Spence just was not as confident in his cardio down the stretch as I have seen him in past fights. I think he's going to be in better shape for this fight because of his new strength and conditioning coach and a better nutrition plan. And he's not old. Errol Spence is in his 30s. 30, 31 through 33 is like prime. Prime. I don't want to brag. If I showed you pictures of me in my prime, like versus pictures of me now, it's not night and day, but you would say, whoa, you're in that man prime. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? When you're in your prime, it's just different. All I can say is when you're in your prime and you start to decline, just watch your step on the way down. Be careful on the way down. You know what I'm saying? By the way, my son ain't even in his prime yet. My son is 18 years old. My son is deadlifting 405 raw. I don't recommend him doing that. I wouldn't recommend Terrence Bud Crawford to be doing that. But at the end of the day, I mean, if you're naturally strong, you're naturally strong. For somebody to have to say PED, that blows my mind. Will Errol Spence get the knockout against Yordenis Ugas? I'll tell you like this. If he does, If he does, that'd be a huge statement. That'd be an undeniable statement, in my opinion. If he gets a KO against Yordenis Ugas, in my opinion, that would be more impressive than Kenny Porter throwing in the towel for Sean Porter against Terrence Bud Crawford. In my opinion, if Errol Spence gets the KO over Yordenis Ugas, that would be impressive. And that would eclipse how impressive it was for Terrence Bud Crawford getting the towel thrown in by Kenny Porter when he fought against Sean Porter, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. That's my boxing nocturnal thoughts. Will he get the knockout? I don't foresee it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But like I said, he's going to have his hands full. I mean, I'm still not the one that's just going to say that, you know, Yordenis Ugas can't pull this fight. Yordenis Ugas is Yordenis Ugas is a threat in this fight. This is not a showcase fight. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I don't believe in tune-ups. Yordenis Ugas is not a tune-up. This is going to be a fight. This is going to be a clash of the titans. You know what I'm saying? If he gets the knockout, I think it'd be very impressive. I thought it was impressive that Savannah Marshall got that knockout against Femke Herman. I thought that was a good knockout. And for Clarissa Shields to jump in that ring and, you know what I'm saying, do all of that, you know, that's going to be a good fight too. I'm looking forward to see Savannah Marshall against, you know, Clarissa Shields, the GOAT, T-Rex. That's my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Salute, salute, salute.